Shalom. All praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Achakudash. Peace and double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS that give us his truth and all his purity. And salutations to all your accomplishing this word about the four corners of the earth and sincerity and the truth. I'm the brother Yahweh Sap, and the topic of this lesson will be entitled World War III Will Bring Peace. Right now we have all this turmoil going on in the Middle East. It's causing all these different nations to be gathered to the valley of Jehoshaphat, like the scriptures say, to battle against, the Edomites, the so-called white man, specifically the Amalekites, which is a tribe of Edom, that's dwelling in the land of Israel, claiming to be the chosen people of the Lord. They're Edomites of the Bible. And, we're going to show that according to prophecy, when the real Israelites go back to the land of Israel, there will be total peace on earth. So that shows you that those people, they can't be the chosen people of the Heavenly Father because they don't fulfill none of the biblical prophecies. So with that, let's start with Joel, the 3rd chapter. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 9. It says, proclaim me this among the Gentiles, prepare war. So we're preparing war. These nations, they're preparing war. That's why you have all these countries dragging their military to that region. China sending a military over there. Russia is going to send military over there. You got Germany, they're already sending troops over there. Britain is sending troops over there. North Korea eventually is going to get involved. And this is why it's going to be a global war, because all nations will be gathered to that valley, man. Like the scriptures say. Matter of fact, real quick, Revelation, I believe it's 16. In fact, Revelation 16:12, it says, and the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. So we've seen that happening right now. The river Euphrates is being dried up. And if you look it up on Google, you'll see that over the past years, it's been losing its strength, over the course of the years. And the Most High is doing that to make that place, a wasteland for this coming Third World War. Let me see. This is down to verse 16. It says, and he gathered them together into a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon, which is in the Hebrew Armageddon, which means mountain of troops. So that region is going to be full of troops, as we're going to read in the book of Joel, the 3rd chapter. So let's go back to Joel chapter 3. So all these nations are gathering in that region for this great war. So back in Joel 3:9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. So all the mighty men is being awoken. Russia is being awoken. China is being awakened. Iran is being awoken. And all these different Arab countries. So all nations will have their troops and military over there, man. So the mighty man is awoken. It says, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up, beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So what does that mean? That means that the nations that used to be weak, such as North Korea, they're getting their hands on military equipment. They're getting their hands on specifically nuclear missiles, man. Regular missiles, tanks, all these different, military equipment. And the top military equipment to have is nuclear missiles. And eventually, these nations, they're going to get their hands on that. Iran is close to having one, And North Korea, I was just reading this article today that said that they're close to getting theirs as well. So the weak is saying that they're strong right now. Because at one point, they focused on having, their budget towards, agriculture and other sectors of the government. But now they're focusing that towards their weapons. So it says, let the weak say, I am strong. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. So the heathen, is going to gather round about. They're going to gather round about where? The land of Israel. Zechariah 14 says the Most High is going to gather all nations. To matter of fact, let me read it real quick. Zechariah 14 and 1, it says, "Behold, the day of the Lord cometh." The day of the Lord consists of what? World War III, when the missiles get dropped. It says, "And thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee, for I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle." So nations is going to gather against the land of Israel. Not only the land of Israel, but against the people of Israel. You see? So it says, "And the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished." So, that's going to happen, not only to the people of Jerusalem, but also to the land of Israel, because certain parts of it is going to get invaded. Those women are going to be ravished, just like it says in Isaiah the 13th chapter, where it says the Lord is going to stir up the Medes against them. It's not going to regard silver or gold. The women's going to be ravished. The young men shall be dashed to pieces. So that's speaking about ground invasion, but ultimately going into nuclear war, when they shoot missiles at Babylon the Great. So same thing with the land of Israel. It says the women ravished, and half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city. So ultimately, the remnant of Israel, they're not going to be cut off. They're not going to be destroyed. 2/3 are prophesied to be destroyed and died, but not the 1/3, man. The 1/3 is prophesied to be delivered, because those are the ones that's going to believe in Yahushua, and those are the ones that are predestined into salvation. So let's go back. Joel 3 and 10. It says, "Beat your plowshares into swords." And matter of fact, no, I read that already. Verse 12, it says, "Let the heathen be wakened and come to the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is Yehoshaphat, which means the Most High judgment. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about." So Yahushua is going to sit there to judge all the heathen. How is Yahushua going to sit there? When he comes back up on the throne of his glory, which is the so-called UFOs, man. He's going to come back on a huge fathership. It says, "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full, the fast overflow, for their wickedness is great." So the sickle is talking about what? The nuclear missiles, as well as the laser beams coming from the chariots. Because the Most High likened people unto grass. In the book of Isaiah, it says what? All flesh is grass, and all the goodliness of man is as the flower of the field. So put ye in the sickle, man. The sickle represents the reaper, Yahushua. Matter of fact, Revelation chapter 14, verse, and 15. Matter of fact, verse 14, it says, "And I looked, and behold, a white cloud." That white cloud is speaking about Yahushua coming on the chariot, the fathership. "And upon the cloud one sat like unto the Son of Man, having on his head a golden crown, and in his hand a sharp sickle. And another angel came out of the temple, crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud, Thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe." So the harvest of the earth is talking about what? The people. You see? Just like it says in Isaiah 63, speaking about the Lord's return. "Who was this that cometh from Edom with dyed garments from Basra? And he likened them unto grapes." How he's going to tread down the people in his anger and trample them in his fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon his garment. So the people represent the grapes, man. So Yahushua's coming to collect blood. Blood for what? Blood for what happened to the children of Israel. The scriptures say the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So who's been shedding blood all over the planet Earth? Mainly here in America, the so-called white man. He shed the blood of the Israelites, man. And the scriptures say what? Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. You see? So America's soiled with the blood of the saints, so therefore they're going to receive that judgment. It says, "And he that sat on the cloud thrust in his sickle and the earth, and the earth was reaped." You see? It says, "And another angel came out of the temple which is in heaven, he also having a sharp sickle. And another angel came out from the altar which had power of a fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, Thrust in thy sharp sickle, and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe." It says, and the angel thrust in his sickle into the earth, and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So all these people, that we see is slated for judgment, man. And I was looking at this video going into, World War III, what would take place and how it would affect the earth when the missiles get shot down. Pretty much, hey, man, it shows the scriptures vividly, man. Where after the missiles hit, you're going to have that cloud, that nuclear cloud that covered the whole earth, dropping temperatures and destroying crops. And, the fallout is going to destroy more people, they said, than the actual bombs, man. And they predict that they don't know exactly how many people is going to survive, but they said 99% of the population will be wiped out, man. So picture billions and billions and billions and billions of people. The elites have this plan of wiping out 95%, but add another 4% to that. You're talking, almost 8 billion people, man. 7.9 billion people, potentially, getting wiped off, man. So this World War III is no joke, man. So back in Joel chapter 3, verse 13, it says, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get you down, for the press is full. The fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. So there you go. That's going into what? That fallout. What is it? Radiation smoke. You see, it's going to darken the clouds, the sun, the moon, the stars. It says, the Lord also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake. So what's going to shake the heavens and the earth? The missiles, man, as well as Yahushua's presence. You see, the heavens and the earth shall shake, but the Lord will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. So ultimately, the only ones that are prophesied to make it through this destruction is the elect of the nation of Israel, man. Which is going to be millions of Israelites. The 144,000 is only the government body, but you're going to have, millions of Israelites, which is part of the 1/3, that's going to make it too. You see? So the Lord is going to be the hope of his people. So that's how we know that those people in the land of Israel are not Israelites, because, this prophecy has not taken place. This is how pretty much they would get delivered, not by the hand of, a Balfour Declaration, where they get sent back on planes to the land of Israel, man. You see? So that's the point on that. Now let's go to the book of Micah, because, the video is about World War III bringing peace. So this is Micah chapter 4, verse 1. It says, but in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it. Yes, so the mountain of the house of the Lord is speaking about what? The government of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which is the 144,000, and the 1/3 right under them. They're going to be established in the top of the mountains. So we're going to be established above all nations, man. As it says in the blessings of Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, if you listen to these blessings, if you take heed, to the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, which, the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we keep them to the best of our ability. But the main commandment is to have faith in Yahushua. That's really what's going to deliver us, man. But the blessing says what? If we take heed, well, the Lord is going to put us above all nations of the earth, man. Just like right now, we're at the bottom of all nations of the earth due to these curses. We're going to be put above all nations due to these blessings, man. It says, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it. And many nations shall come and say, come, let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, into the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the Lord shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. So that's how we know those people in Israel are not the Israelites, because nobody's flowing to them. Everybody's flowing here to America, because America is Babylon the Great. Nobody's flowing to Israel to gain the laws of the Most High, to learn righteousness, to give them gifts. The book of Isaiah, the 60th chapter, really all throughout the book of Isaiah, it speaks about what heaven is going to be for the Israelites, what the blessings, would be like, You know, how all nations will come in day and night into our gates, you know, to become bearing gifts, spices, gold, silver, wood, you know, all manner of, you know, ivory, you know, all manner of clothing, linen, you know, fruits, all manner of different animals, you know, the dromedaries of the Midianites, you know, horses. This is what's going to come to the Israelites, man. We don't see that happening with these so-called J-ish people, man. So it says, and he shall judge among the many people. Yeah, the judgment is going to come through what? World War III, as we read in the book of Joel. There will the Lord plead for his people, which means to judge. It says, and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords into plowshares. So now in Joel it says they shall beat their plowshares into swords. So now it's saying they shall beat their swords into plowshares. You know, so all that military equipment that they have, all those missiles that they have, all those tanks, you know, is going to be destroyed during World War III. This is why Einstein said World War III will be fought with nukes, I believe, but World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones, because it's going to reset the whole planet Earth, you see? So nations are going to go back to being puny, you know, puny little mortals, man, you know, with no power to fight back. You know, they're not going to have any standing military, man. You see? It says nations shall not, it says in their spears into pruning hooks, because what? They're going to become servants now, you see? Because the scriptures say what? That the nations shall build up our walls, you know? And it says what? The strangers shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers, man. So every nation that's not an Israelite, they're going to serve us in the kingdom of heaven and do laborious works, man. The scriptures say they shall have continual employment, you see? So you're going to have the so-called white man, which is the Edomites, serve us. The so-called Chinese, which is the Moabites. The Japanese, which is the Ammonites. The Hamites, which is all the African races, you know? The Arabs, which are the Ishmaelites. All of them is going to serve Israel. It says, nation shall not lift up a sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So there's not going to be any more wars on the planet Earth. Because you got people that say, how can there be a God if there's so much death happening in the world? If there's so much wars in the planet Earth? What they don't understand is, you know, the earth right now is under a curse due to what the sons of God did when they went against the Lord's commandment back in the Garden of Eden. You know, starting with the main Adam, which was Yahushua, who the world called Jesus Christ. But the sons of God, you know, the Adamites, they were up in there doing the same thing too. You know, going off against the Most High over a period of time. And what the Most High cursed the earth for our sake. You know, so we're cursed as well as the earth, because, you know, the Israelite and the planet Earth, they're the Israelites is like a puzzle on the planet Earth. You know, they complete the planet Earth. If Israel is not right, then the whole earth is not right. The picture is incomplete. You see, so if we're off, then the planet Earth is off. This is why when you read Ezra, it says that, O Adam, what hast thou done? You know, and how the earth is cursed. You know, I forgot which chapter it is. You know, and the Most High said that in Genesis 2, curses shall be the ground for thy sake. So everything is cursed right now, man. The whole earth is out of course, especially since the Most High put the wicked in rulership. The serpent that was in the garden, the Most High gave him power over the whole earth, man. And look what he's done with it, man. Completely destroyed it. You know, world wars, turmoils, you know, deforestation, pollution, global pollution. You know, the air is polluted. Everything is polluted under this devil, man. The foundations of the earth is out of course. This is why the missiles is going to reset the whole entire planet Earth, man. So they're not going to learn war anymore. And if they do decide to go to war with one another after the 1,000 years of captivity that they serve, guess what? We're going to come and waste both sides, man. It says, but they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid, for the mouth of the Lord Yahweh shall have spoken it. So that's really speaking about Israel. You know, the Israelites, they're going to have peace forever, man. But the heathens, they're going to be afraid for what we're going to do to them, you know, if they go off, you know. But if they're doing right, then, you know, they're going to be at peace, man. The scriptures say when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. The righteous are the Israelites, man. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So the wicked is bearing rule right now, and the whole entire planet Earth is in mourning. This is why you have protests all over the earth, man. Against the powers that be, because the earth is in mourning. Even Romans, the 8th chapter says what? It says, how does it go? It says, the whole creation groaneth and travaileth together, until now, waiting for the manifestations of the sons of God. So all of creation is groaning, waiting for the Israelites to come back into rulership, man. You see? So we're the puzzle that makes the earth complete, because the Most High made the world for the Israelites' sake. That's in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, man. The whole earth, the whole universe was made for the Israelites, man. So the whole universe is groaning for us, man. This is why you got debris in space. The earth is causing all these earthquakes, tempests and storms, because the right people are not in rulership, man. You see? So the whole earth is rising up against these devils, man. And this is why World War III is going to take place. So that's it on that. This is Psalms chapter 68, verse 29. It says, because of thy temple at Jerusalem shall kings bring presents unto thee, which is talking about the kingdom. How all nations is going to flow unto us, pursuant to Isaiah, the 60th chapter. It says, rebuke the company of spearmen, the multitude of the bulls. Which is speaking about what? The armies of the planet Earth. The spearmen is talking about these nations with their power, their missiles, the elites. You see, with the multitude of the bulls, with the calves of the people. To everyone submit himself with pieces of silver, scattered out the people that delight in war. So this is what's going to take place after the Most High, scatter the people that delight in war. And how's the Most High going to do that? Through World War III. You see? Esau delights in war. War is how the elites make money. All wars are bankers' wars. So World War III benefits them. That's when they make the most money, because they make money by selling more weapons. They make money by getting loans from these countries, to buy those produced weapons. They make loans by selling food. All the food, they pretty much gonna hoard it to themselves. They already have their own, Bill Gates own majority of the farmland, So nations are gonna buy food, they're gonna buy military equipment, they're gonna become more and more indebted, and ultimately after wars, what? Things gotta get cleaned up. And who owns all these major construction companies? Same people, man. So it's a big, money making scheme for these elites, man. They delight in war. They love to see blood in the streets. You had this quote from a Rothschild that said, what? You want to buy when blood is in the streets, man. The stocks go super low and they buying pennies on a dollar, and they become super filthy rich, so that there becomes a great divide between the rich and the poor. In this world that they're bringing, it's only going to be rich and poor. It's not going to be any middle class people in between, man. You see? So it says, scattered out the people that delight in war. So it says everyone is going to submit himself with pieces of silver. So after this Third World War, everybody's going to come and serve us, man, and bring us gifts, They're going to be under our footstool, man. It says princes shall come out of Egypt. Ethiopia shall soon stretch out her hands unto the Most High, which is talking about Israelites, man. Princes coming out of Egypt, spiritual Egypt, America, as well as, that land of Egypt, because Israelites are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, man. You see? So that's it on that. Now let's get Psalms chapter 72. Verse, this is speaking about Solomon. This is Psalm 72 and 1. A psalm for Solomon. Give the king thy judgments, O God, and thy righteousness unto the king's son. He shall judge thy people with righteousness and thy poor with judgment. The mountains shall bring peace to the people, and little hills shall the little hills by righteousness. So the mountains is speaking about the governments. They're gonna bring peace unto Israelites, and the whole planet Earth is gonna be at peace, man. After that 1,000 years of their sentence, you see, he shall judge the poor of the people. He shall save the children of the needy, and shall break in pieces the oppressor. So Yahushua's coming to break Esau in pieces, man, through these missiles. It says they shall fear thee as long as the sun and moon endure throughout all generations. So, hey, the whole earth, like it says in Micah 4th chapter, nations is going to come to learn the ways of the Lord from us. So the whole planet earth is going to fear Yahweh Bashim Yahshua for eternity after that. You see? He shall come down like rain upon the mown grass, as showers that water the earth. Yeah, that's talking about Yahushua coming down, raining like the chariots, the chariots coming down like rain, as well as the missiles, man. Just like during the time of the flood. This is why Yahushua said, what? As in the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. And his days shall the righteous flourish in abundance of peace, as long as the moon endureth. So righteousness is going to flourish throughout the four corners of the earth. Yahushua is that missing link, that will bring, peace and prosperity to the planet earth. Once he returns, total peace, man. He shall have dominion from sea to sea, and from the river unto the ends of the earth. So Yahushua is going to have dominion over the whole planet earth, man. And that's how Solomon did not fulfill that prophecy yet, which proves that he's Yahushua himself, man. Because he never ruled the whole entire planet earth. He only ruled in the east. You see? It says, they that dwell in the wilderness shall bow before him, and his enemies shall lick the dust. So the same blessing that Yahushua is going to receive, we're going to receive as well. Because the scriptures say we're joint heirs with Yahushua. You see? This is why Revelation, I believe, 3:9 says what? I will make them of the synagogue of Satan. We say they are Jews and they are not. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved you, man. All nations is going to bow before our feet when they see us, man. They're going to kiss the ground that we walk on, because it's going to be holy ground. You see? If an Israelite leaves a crumb of food that falls off his plate, they're going to fight over that little crumb, man. You see? It says, the kings of Tarshish and the isles, and of the isles shall bring presents. The kings of Sheba and Seba shall offer gifts. So they're going to come in bearing gifts, man. They're going to have the best of their women. You see? The best of daughters, precious stones, the best of the gold, beautiful chariots that they're going to make, beautiful garments that they're going to make to come and try to impress us. They're going to have competitions with each other to impress us the most, man. Just like you see these shows, America's Got Talent, they come before those judges, to see if they like it, like whatever so-called talent they have. It's the same way these heathens are going to come before us, man. Because we're going to be those judges on those seats, man. They're going to come and show us the beautiful feast that they could do. They're going to come entertain us, just like Jake entertains them. You see? But, they're not going to have, any real talent like Israel. But that's going to be our entertainment in the kingdom, man. The heathens making fools of themselves, man. So, yea, all kings shall fall down before him. All nations shall serve him. So all nations is going to serve Yahushua. You see? From the rivers to the end of the earth, man. They're going to bow before the Lord. Kings, presidents, the Joe Bidens, Donald Trumps, mainly speaking about the elites, the bankers, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, all these different bankers and elites of the world, the Saudi princes, they're going to serve Yahushua, man. It says, for he shall deliver the needy when he crieth, the poor also, and him that have no helper, which is speaking about the elect, man. Yahushua came to save the afflicted, the poor. You see, he shall spare the poor and the needy, and shall save the souls of the needy. He shall redeem their soul from deceit and violence. Yeah, so right now it's a lot of deceit and violence going on the planet Earth, man. Just like during the time of Genesis, where it says what? That there was violence in the earth in those days. You see? So violence is in the earth right now. This so-called white man is trying to wipe out, majority of humanity, man. You see? By the way of deceit. having them take a C-hip, so that they could become perpetual slaves. You will own nothing and be happy. Here it is. This man already spoiled and robbed us all these centuries, stole the so-called Native Americans' land, raped, robbed, murdered, and enslaved them. Did the same thing to all the tribes, man. And they still want more. Now they want your soul on a chip, man. It says, and precious shall their blood be in his sight. So, hey, man, the blood of Israel is precious. You see? Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints. You see? So, when he coming to collect, man. All that blood you spilled, man. Hundreds of millions of Israelite blood has been shed, not only in America, but throughout the whole planet Earth, man. You see? And he shall live, and to him shall be given of the gold of Sheba. Prayer also shall be made for him continually, and daily shall he be praised. So Yahweh Shah is going to be praised daily in the kingdom of heaven, man. We're going to praise Yahweh Shah in the kingdom, man. When the brothers see each other, hey, man, Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Barakatah, just like we do now. You see? And even the heathens, they're going to say it, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Yasharala Barakatah. That's how they're going to bless each other, man. The Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Israelites, bless you. Because they can't go directly to Yahweh Shah without going through us. Just like we can't go directly to the Most High without going through Yahweh Shah. And the scriptures say what? We're going to be kings and priests on the earth, man. And what is the lot of a priest? A priest is to be a mediator between men and the Most High. You see? So it says, there shall be an handful of corn in the earth upon the top of the mountains. The fruit thereof shall shake like Lebanon, and they of the city shall flourish like grass of the earth. So we're going to flourish, man. It's going to be, hey, man, the earth is going to be populated with Israelites, man. Right now, the earth, has 8 billion people, which includes all nations. But in the kingdom, it's going to be, hey, man, dozens of billions of people, if not hundreds of billions. Because the Most High is going to create new heavens and a new earth, man, like the scriptures say. So the earth is going to expand. When those missiles come down, they're going to bust lava and magma out of the ground. It's going to shake the core of the earth to produce more magma, and it's going to cause more continents, man. You see? The reason the whole earth, majority of the earth is water now is because a lot of it came during the time of the flood. And during the time of the flood, water was coming from, raining from above, and water was busting out the ground from below, man. It says the fountains of the great deep were broken up. You see? So there's water under the ground. So just like there's magma under the ground. So when those missiles come down, volcanoes is going to explode. Different volcanoes under the ocean. When you look up volcanoes on the ocean, you see there's magma continually being spewed out. Well, guess what? They're going to get busted out, man. They're going to create more land for Israel. And according to Esau, all people of the earth could fit in the state of Texas with everybody having their own piece of land. So you could only imagine how many more people the earth, could inhabit, man. It says, his name shall endure forever. His name shall be continued as long as the sun, and men shall be blessed in him. All nations shall call him blessed. So men shall be blessed in Yahweh Shah, man. Everybody's going to know this is the Son of God. Yahweh Shah pretty much is going to be in the stead of the Most High on the earth. You see? Just like in space, not in space, in the spirit realm, all angels and spirits, serve Yahweh through Yahweh Shah, pretty much they reverence the Most High above. Well, guess what? As above, so below. You see? So as it is on earth, as it is in heaven, man, like Yahweh Shah said. So it's going to be in the same manner. The angels worship the Most High in heaven. Well, guess what? The angels on earth, which is the Israelites, is going to worship Yahweh Shah on the earth, as well as the rest of the nations, man. You see? But yeah, that was pretty much it on that. I hope this lesson was edifying. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua, Bashim Chakudash. Peace and double honor to the apostles, the elders, the GMS that give us his truth and all the spirituality. And salutations to all you accomplishing this word throughout the four corners of the earth in sincerity and the truth. Shalom.